And we're live. Hey, welcome back. It's Ball Don't Lie, Detroit, your favorite sports channel. It's your host, your boy, 313 Sports Guru, and
Main event 313, ready to talk about some great basketball today.
hey, and we only speak the truth, only the truth, nothing but the truth, because the ball don't lie. And today the ball didn't lie because Detroit's the better team. Main event. Were you at the game today?
Oh yeah, I was at the game. Were you at the game?
I was at the game, my friend. I was at the game. Who wasn't at the game? Game one, game two. From a wise person once told me, game one, game two, game seven. It don't matter. We're gonna be here.
We're locked in, bro. We're locked in with all the dogs. We're here to show up for them. We love these guys, man. And I mean, Guru, if you want to run us down, I think this was your first playoff game of this year. So, what did it feel like to you from your perspective?
I mean, listen, man. Honestly, just a disclaimer. This was my first playoff game of my life, and so I've been to other playoff or other Pistons games at the Palace, against some really high competition. You know, the 04 team. So I seen the whole, the introduction, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace. I seen all of that stuff. So it gave me similar vibes, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got the same hair standing, those goosebumps, Um, and man, my boys did not disappoint, bro.
Never do, man. Never do. Even when they lose, they don't.
But what did disappoint, and I'm gonna say this out here, Pistons fans, don't ever let the Cavs come and take over the stadium like they did today. Thankfully, our energy outlasted theirs, but man, I was so disappointed. I seen Cavs shirts everywhere, and I'm like, this is a game one, round two. We haven't been in a round two since 2008. What was the deal with that, bro?
Man, the whole arena, like it shocked me. I think it was the first quarter, and all of a sudden, we didn't went on a little run. They went on a little run, and as they're going on the run, I could hear cheers, and I'm like, man, what the hell is going on over here? I'm looking around, I just see beat Detroit shirts. They all got Guru. They got the same shirt. I don't know if these guys came on a big bus and just showed up all together and spread throughout the arena, or what it was, but they were everywhere. They're like ants.
Nah, man, I was telling the people at the parking lot, I was like, listen, you got to tax Cleveland Cavs fans. Have a guy with the Pistons jerseys stand outside and say, if you want to get a discount, you better go buy a Pistons jersey.
There you
And
go.
so we got to tax them because it's not okay. But otherwise, man, I held down my section. I know you did. I seen you on the jumbotron like you usually are.
Every
So
time, man. Look, Detroit fans, if you don't want to go to this game, please stop trying to make a little money. You're only going to make like 20, $30 on these tickets. Do not sell to these guys. People in the city want to come and show out and do their thing, and you guys are kind of pricing the real fans out. So if you don't want to go, just don't go, but do not sell to these guys, man.
it's a war, bro. It's a war, and y'all are selling. So don't sell out your squad. Don't sell out your city. It's Detroit versus everybody, bro. And that's don't be everybody. Be Detroit.
Exactly. As always. As always. Now, just to kind of get into some content, what'd you think of the game, Guru?
Honestly, man, it was the perfect game. It was also my wife's second game going, so she enjoyed it. Please
Oh,
check
nice.
out check out our shorts. We got different views from my section, main event section. Check out those shorts. They were dope, man. And honestly, we some great shots. The Pistons did not disappoint. They gave us so much content. Um and it was just a blast. I was up out of my seat all game. I think there was one run where I was like, "Dang, man, what are we doing?" But then they showed Jared Goff, and then the Pistons were like, "Okay, let's get back to it." So,
Exactly. They came back to that grit. And I got to give a shout out to Guru's wife. She caught a really, really nice short. So if you hop on those shorts, you can see Dana's dunking the ball, Guru going out of his seat, almost falling off the top. I was a little worried about him, but man, great content.
Like I said, we got some pretty good perspectives from like down where main event was, and then up there at the top section where we were. So check it out. Um, but otherwise, man, going back to the actual game, I think we cracked the code, man. I think we cracked the code. We finally cracked it because if you look at the stats, Cade didn't have that a monster game. Tobias came in and chipped what he could. Duncan hit those shots he needed to hit. Um, Danis just brought his normal dog self. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is just the Pistons we've been watching all season long. And honestly, I looked at it and I'm like, bro, the Orlando Magic are better than the Cavs.
Hey, I truly believe it, man, because Cavs lack defense. Yeah, they're great offensive players. Sure, you got James Harden. He might drop you 25, 30 points a game. Donovan Mitchell, animal. But that's not going to win you games. And that's what Detroit kind of just showed from the beginning of the season coming in with their defense. Defense wins games. We've been told that as kids from when we were playing basketball in our early days all the way up until now. Good defense creates better offense. And when you don't show up like the Cavs did today, you lose games like you did 111-101 to us.
And if we go down the list, I think we could look at each player. We'll do some player grades, but overall, what'd you think about the Cavs?
Look, they're a great team. I think Jarrett Allen coming into foul trouble early on really did help us out because it kind of took out the twin towers of him and Evan Mobley down in the paint, and it kind of opened up the floor for us. We got to see some really good basketball. We got to see some Ron Holland minutes, which I thought was really important. So we got to see some good basketball in those times. I kind of want to bring up one thing, and I feel like it's been overshadowed for some reason, but I'm gonna make sure that we put some light on it. JB Bickerstaff came in calm as a cucumber and made sure the boys came out and they were ready to ball. His factor is crazy because not only did he coach the Cavaliers, he was with them for some time and he kind of knows what they play like with it because it's a lot of the similar players are still there. Um, I think he deserves a lot of credit, man. He kept the guys very calm and cool, especially when the pressure was more on him today.
100%. JB, it was clear that JB coached his team um, a step ahead of the Cavs. I saw I saw Danis kind of beating screens, going under screens, catching Struce right at the apex of his shot. Um, so I felt like our team came really prepared. They kind of scared me at shoot around. I don't get to see the shoot around a lot, and so I was like, "What's going on, man?" All these guys look like they're tired. Cade looked like he was a little bit tired. They were doubling him. We'll talk more about the defense. I think they're. I kind of predicted what the defense was gonna look like in our last show that they were gonna play a lot of 2-3 zone. They did. It wasn't working, and then they tried to switch to a double team up on top of Cade at full court, which was crazy. At one point, they were triple teaming the ball handlers right at full court, leaving just the backside wide open. It was almost like, coach didn't know what the hell to do. So I really, really, really loved the way we attacked that game. But did you know, main event, that we broke a 12-game postseason losing streak against Cleveland?
I did not know that. No, I did not know that.
Amazing. And I remember, man, because they left scars on us with LeBron and um I don't know if you're you're definitely old enough to remember this, but our fans, I don't know if they're old enough to remember LeBron kind of taking over, um, becoming the self-proclaimed king against our squad, and then taking it from there and just extending that playoff success against us. So that was just amazing. We led by 18 early, man. How important was that run right in the beginning?
It was huge for us because it really set the momentum for the rest of the game. I mean, not yeah, they'd come back, they'd start chipping away at the lead, and then we come push them back. I know towards the end when I think it was like 93-93, we tied up the game. I was a little nervous. I'm just like, hey, we're like, what are we doing over here? What are we doing? But it ended up turning out good, man. The momentum was still there no matter what. And once I thought we were gonna like slowly start to lose the lead and maybe even maybe go down to the Cavs a little bit, JD, my man JD, you came out and showed out. You started off a little slow, but you went once it was 93, you went with three straight dunks on the boys and took care of business for us, man. So shout out you. Sorry for all the shit we've been talking, man. We love you. 11 points, 12 rebounds. Please do that every game. We need it.
I mean, and I'm not gonna downplay JB's position there because I remember they came on a run, right, and so JB called the perfect timeout. And after that, Cade just found Jalen Duren open for like three straight dunks. And I don't want to underplay Jarrett Allen's foul trouble in the beginning. I think it was paramount that Tobias Harris was driving down the lane, drawing fouls on those big men, specifically Jarrett Allen. And after that, honestly, we neutralized their paint. Like we talk about their twin tower defense, and really, I didn't see any of that today. Did you?
We did it, and but big factor that came with that is Jared Allen got in that foul trouble, and that was huge for us. So I'm curious to see where they're gonna come back in the next game and how they're gonna look because I know they're gonna go back to the table and kind of re-strategize everything that happened today because they did not look like a fourth seed Eastern Conference team today. They look like a true eighth seed, and the Orlando Magic look like the true fourth seed in this game.
I was asking the Cavs fans behind me, do y'all miss Garland? Like, what does James Harden do for you? He scored 22 points, but he had 7 turnovers. Some of them in critical times, and I had a field day with them because they were just awestruck. Like, and I was like, yeah, man. I mean, people that choke. It's James Harden's not. He's not a rookie. He
He's not a
just
play, but he's not a playoff guy either, Guru. Um, yeah, drop all you want in the regular season, but if you're not coming to show up in playoff time when it really matters, that does nothing for you. And it showed today the pressure really got to him. He's not used to defenders coming up on him and blocking his shot cleanly. He's always looking for the quick hesitate and let me get this foul before I go up so I could get two points from the charity line. But he wasn't getting that today, man. Our guys know your tricks. We played against a lot of people like you, man. James Harden, you cultivated a whole different league. You are one of the reasons why all these people come into the paint and flop. So we compromise you, man. We understand what kind of game you bring to the table, and we're gonna stop it every single time.
now that you bring that up, it was funny because the Cavs fans at one point didn't know what to do to like aggravate us. So the biggest insult was when we were yelling MVP when Cade was at the free throw line. Some lady in the back was trying to say SGA. And I'm like, okay, call him the MVP. In other words, like, what how is that an insult? But it's funny because James Harden created SGA.
He did.
Like, he created that kind of
He
basketball.
literally created him. Exactly.
So what about Spider? He looked like a. I mean, I love the guy, but he looked like an ant today. What happened?
He- he- I just thought we played really good defense on him, and he went on a post interview after this game, and he was talking a lot of smack about the refs. Like we obviously know he's going to get the fine. NBA, I don't know why we're not allowed to talk and kind of voice our opinions, but he was upset that we got 35 free throws and to their 17 or 18. But we just played good defense, man. We're not hitting you. If you go back and look at all of the replays, you are not getting fouled, buddy, when you come down to the paint. You're going up, trying to get that weak foul. This isn't the regular season, man. This is playoffs. If you're not ready to come play, you're going to Cancun.
I mean, they were playing against kids before this, like Scotty Barnes, Shed. Like honestly, the Toronto Raptors are not the Detroit Pistons, and they took you to Game 7, and it wasn't the same way. We kind of went 3 games in a row to beat Orlando, who is a real 4 seed. Really. Um, y'all were up. Y'all kind of blew it. So I think it's just a whole different game. You're absolutely right. They did not come ready. But how about our guys? I mean, the Cavs turned it over 20 times. Um, but Detroit out rebounded them. We secured 34% of our own misses.
Man, but
and they turned it over 20 times, 7 from James Harden, but it wasn't just him. So we credit our defense.
you cut off one more time, Guru.
I said, do we credit our defense, or is it just a sloppy game from Cleveland?
I would say both. Look, our defense is always going to come and show out every single game that they come down and play. But I do think they were sloppy. So I wouldn't say, hey, this is the Cleveland Cavaliers that we're going to see for the rest of the series. I think it was a sloppy game by them. Fatigue has a big part of this too. So they could just be very tired, and we might see this for the rest of the series, which I would love. Please, please do that for us. But I do not think that this is it from them. I think they're going to come out and show out in game two. And I think game two is going to be a lot harder than this was.
Yeah, I don't imagine that Max Strus and Dean Wade keep going kind of like cold from three. Like Strus had a couple big threes. Wade hit one corner three. I don't remember too many from him. I don't expect that. But I also look at their stars, and I don't think they're a well constructed team. I think they're a team that kind of ball hogs up at the top of the key. They alternate between Spida and between James Harden when their guys are turning it over, which we saw with the Raptors series. They're not getting the other people involved. Mobley scored, I think he was their highest scorer, second, third highest scorer, but really didn't have any plays run for him. Um, no one else on the team. I mean, what did the other guys do when the stars are not on their team aren't doing it, or we're locking them down? And I think that's why I want to credit our defense. I think they haven't seen, and I was yelling it at the Cavs fans behind me. Y'all haven't seen a defense like ours.
They haven't. They haven't. I mean, we're gritty. We'll get in your face. We'll guard you hard enough to where it's not a foul, but it feels like a foul. And I guess that's why they were crying a lot post game about it. Um, but no, our defense is phenomenal, man. Guys like Ausar that chased down block by Ausar was one of the most impressive things I think I've ever seen live because he was probably by the three-point line on the other side of the court while you were already past half court. DJ came out in front of him, slowed him down a little bit. Asar comes from the back and just swats it. And that right there is Detroit basketball defense. Right there. That's like the epitome of it.
Max Strus, man, he's a cherry picker. If you could cut off his threes and his cherry picks, he's neutralized. So I'm glad that we were able to do that. Kind of knock them off their game. Another thing I kept telling them was, "Where's that Cleveland basketball? Y'all aren't playing your game. I don't see any top, Mobley threes in the, or Bryant threes in the corner. I don't see you guys stretching the floor like you usually do. You're trying to bring it down through Donovan or through James Harden. But let's talk about our guys a little more, man. Our supporting cast, and not only that, our Robin, our true Robin, our second to Cade. How'd you see? I think he scored 20 points. Duren had 16 and 13. Duncan had 19 points. You talk about big threes. I think we have a really good lineup right there from our supporting cast. How'd the others do to you?
Man, everybody came and showed out, bro. We had a really good game. I mean, Asar was a big one, bro. Not only on defense, but the guy scored 11 points, had some key dunks in the first half where it really lit up the team. Shout out Amen. His brother was sitting courtside too, supporting him. I think that was a big thing. Hope he shows up to all his brother's games and like shows out for him. Um, Duncan Robinson dropped 19 points. Ron Holland came off for 10 minutes with 6 points. Those were huge. So, and the guys are doing it, man. This is Detroit basketball. This is team basketball, and this is what we're looking for in the first 3 to 4 games against the Magic, which we didn't get. But I think the guys are slowly starting to figure out their true potential and realize that they are the best coming out of this Eastern Conference.
And what about our man, Dynus DJ?
Hey, love him, man. I love his little mid-range game. He runs the court, kills it. His 3-point game. He's stepping back up, man. Even if you miss, bro, keep shooting. Went 0 for 3 today, but I
Seven
mean,
rebounds. Seven rebounds.
exactly. So you made
Four,
up for it.
four steals.
keep taking those shots, man. We're not worried about you missing a little bit, but because when you're hot, you're hot. So keep it up, bro.
And then I did want to just talk about the other guys. Javante. I know he came in for like 3 minutes, so there's not much there. But
He
Isaiah
gave us a three
Stewart.
though.
Yeah, Stu actually got a lot of rest today because he came in for 13 minutes, gave us 6 points. But did you notice that lineup didn't work really well against Cleveland? What was going on there?
Yeah, so I was thinking the same exact thing, man. I don't know. I feel like JB tests a lot of these lineups, and I feel like it's kind of too late to test these lineups that he's trying to do. We should have figured all that out in the regular season. Now is the time to use the lineups that consistently worked on a day-to-day basis. But for you to just kind of just throw in random people, I feel like sometimes it just doesn't work. Once he realizes that it's not working, he switches it right back up, which is why we only seen 13 minutes of Big Stu. But I didn't really like the game Stu had today, man. I feel like Stu, something's missing these last few games from him, and we really need his presence because that's our guy. So hopefully he shows out. I wish we seen some B-ball Paul minutes today because I feel like he would do really well against the big guys down in Cleveland.
What about your boy Ronald Holland? He got some run, and he had a really nice shot at a huge time when they were making a run.
Man, hey, that three at the buzzer, that thing was like a magnet. So I was sitting behind backboard and I watched it go up, and I swear I watched it go up and then just curve kind of right into the. It was a beautiful shot, man. That was
Wh-
that
What
was
were the,
destined to go in.
what were they reviewing, man? I think that was the only time me and the Cavs fan united. We were just like, "What are these refs doing?"
They were reviewing anything that they can find to make sure Piston basketball does not count. They could see a foul somewhere. I think they probably were just watching anything they could to get us in trouble on that.
Yep, yep, yep. And then obviously our star, superstar, Cade Cunningham. What do you think of his game? It wasn't his usual, but there was a lot about that game that can gives context to why he went 6 for 19. Only had 7 assists to 4 turnovers. What was going on there?
You know, I think he really relied on the guys today. He still, I mean, the guy played 42 minutes, man, coming off a lung collapse. I mean, shoot, I can't really ask too much for him. He went crazy, 42, wait, 45, 32, 32 in a row. So it's okay. We need this. When the other guys step up, he knows he can take a little step back and watch them do their thing because we want to make sure he's healthy too, man. If we make a deep run in these playoffs and go to the Eastern Conference, whether we play the Knicks, which I hope we do, and we whoop Jalen Brunson and the boys down there, or whether we play the 76ers, we need him as healthy as possible. So games like this, I'm okay with, man. Just step back, get your runs in, but don't get too physical. But he still played his part, man. 23 points is huge, especially in a game like this. Like he did what he needed to do and stepped away when he didn't need to do anything. He didn't go extra on it.
100% agree. I'm looking at the game stats. There wasn't too much difference. I mean, we took care of the ball. They didn't. We scored off their turnovers. We got more offensive rebounds, scored off of them. More fast break points. Um, they fouled more. Honestly, they were hacking us, and then we just jumped out into a big lead. So now, that was a nice game recap. Thankfully, by the fourth quarter, it was just celebrations. I know we were down. I think it was kind of like, my heart was racing until about 3 minutes left in the game, and I knew it. I knew at that point we were gonna close. I knew we were gonna close it out all game, but you never say never until.
They gave you that little heart attack when it was 93,
I
93.
mean, I
You
mean,
know,
listen, they gave me a reason to have to fight the Cast fans behind me a little bit longer. So that's all it
yeah,
is.
made it a little fun for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I will say there's still some improvements we should be able to make. Um, as great as our defense is, I still think there's some defensive things that we need to get on top of, like making sure to switch correctly off of screens to make sure that we pick up the guy that's open all the time. We've seen it a lot with the Magic. Just a few picks and disrupts our whole entire defense. And there's always a guy that ends up open. Thankfully, the Magic were missing their shots a lot of the times when that happened. So it was still happening today, but the Cavs move a little slower than the Magic. So it's easier for us to get to them, but I do want to kind of just tighten up a little bit on the defensive end because once we tighten up on the defensive end, our offensive end is going to open up, and I think we'll be golden from there.
And thank God they do not have a Paulo. Thank God, man. That guy he was a punisher, man. I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, Donovan Mitchell. I always wish we drafted you. Shout out Luke Kennard. I love you to death, but I wish, I remember that draft. Um, he's not Pablo. He's just not Pablo. He doesn't. He's gonna make you tired in different ways, but he's not Pablo. James
Exactly.
Hard. James Harden is. I have Cavs fans saying LeBron's gonna come back and save us. I'm like, y'all are relying on 36-year-old James Harden and 45-year-old LeBron James. Like, wake up,
Right.
Cavs fans! Like, we're the future.
But
So,
they're still living on that 2016 3-1 comeback, man.
because they can't win without LeBron, and I'm gonna put it down every single time. Y'all ain't gonna win one without LeBron. It's just not gonna happen. Maybe you need Bronny. I don't know, but
Man, Bronny would take you guys to the finals every single year, man.
go
He'll go 6 for 6.
trade your whole team for him.
Yeah,
You
love
go
the
ahead.
team for him.
So we're gonna go real quick. We talked a lot about the game, talked a lot about the players. We're just gonna go over the letter grade real quick. What do you give Asar Thompson?
Man, A+ today. I love the guy's game, bro. Just defensive end monster. He was assisting the ball. He was scoring points for us. He did it all. So A+.
Would you believe me if I told you it was a -9?
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's probably the greatest -9 performance in playoff history.
He had his moments. I think he was just part of a couple of bad runs. How about Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris, man, gives us what he does. That's big unk. 20 points. Give him a B+, solid B+. He came and did what he had to do.
I'm honestly gonna give him an A. I didn't see any flaw in his game. I didn't. I mean, I wish he would have hit a couple more shots, but that's basketball.
I mean, man, he was 45%. It's not bad. We'll take it. We'll take it.
That's 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. That's what I want from him. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him an A-. You kind of convinced me out of it. I'm gonna give him an A-. I still want to push him a little bit harder. Give me that 25, shoot more efficiently. Give me a couple more rebounds, some blocks. Yeah, but honestly, he was the one that ignited that run in the beginning, in my opinion, especially getting the other team into foul trouble, which doesn't show on the box score usually, but I seen it with my eyes. Um, how about Jalen Duren, the big man?
J JD first 2 quarters a D, and then you came back and showed out, bro. Definitely, I'll give you a solid A-. You came back and showed us who Jalen Duren really is. You didn't give us the points, but you really showed up on every end of the court. I would like you just have stronger hands, man. When you're getting that ball, stop letting them get it out of your hands so quick. You're so strong, man. You're big. Lock up the ball and really score. Don't let these guys get you, man. But A-
Dunk on
to
him,
my
bro.
boy.
You gotta
Dunk on
dunk
him.
on him.
He learned
Uh,
that in the fourth.
well, exactly. And then I think also we learned how to toy with their defense. We really
Mhm.
learned how to toy with their defense. I can't wait till game two. I mean, I know they're gonna come with their counters, but Kenny Atkinson is not JB. I've learned that. I've watched a lot of Cavs game, and their players are better than their coach. So that's kind of was my hope with the Cavs, was that we would outcoach them, because they've got the talent, but their team composition is bad, and then they have James Harden. So if your coach is not strong, it can fall apart.
Oh yeah.
We saw that in the fourth. We saw that live. So
So what's your JD grade overall?
I'm gonna give him a B minus. I'm
B
gonna give
man.
him
Okay.
overall, because in the beginning, honestly, I was really really disappointed with the when he goes up, he's looking to tip the ball in. Dude, you're like almost 7 foot. Dunk it, grab it, 2 hands, dunk it. Like, I know you're going up against Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, but I just think he doesn't know how strong he is. He really doesn't know. 12 rebounds. That's the biggest part. I saw him get a lot of offensive rebounds, 4 assists. Remember what I was talking about with our boy Troy yesterday? What's a big game from you from Duren? Break that 2-3 zone. Break that 2-3 zone. Be the connector and play that little Draymond role. You know what I mean? Just, you get the ball, pass it out. Get it back. Maybe there's a cut. Oh, there's no cut. Then someone's open at the three. So
And he's a great passer too, man. I mean, he really is. He showed us before. Like it's not something new. So I get, man, B minus is kind of low though, man. My dog came out, bro. He was a big presence on the court.
The first half really disappointed me, man. I mean, he did have like a couple blocks that saved the grade from being even lower, you know. But that second half looked good, and I think this is a way better matchup for JD. So there's no Angel Reese in the equation. The media is not, no longer cares if he scores 11 or 20. So he's got to grow up, and he's got the time now. I know it was overnight that I'm becoming a little bit harsher on him, but I want to see him take advantage when Jarrett Allen has foul trouble. I want to see him like take over the game and say, okay, who's gonna guard me? Evan Mobley. He's got to gain some weight,
He
you
does.
know. So it's like asking Chet Holmgren. Like if Duren backs down to Chet Holmgren in the finals, which is my prediction, I don't think I'm not gonna be very happy with him. I think I'm gonna be very disappointed because, bro, you're built like a you're built like a truck, bro. You gotta know your strength and use it.
100%.
So B minus for me, but we're gonna go down to Cade.
Cade, man, I know it's gonna be a high grade, but I'll give him an A minus, a A. The guy really just does a lot for our team. He really is a true leader. Just because he didn't have the 33 points, 35 point, whatever, doesn't mean he didn't have a great game. I thought he was really well, turning over the ball a lot less than usual, that we've seen in this playoff run. So give him that. That's my score.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a B plus A minus, sort of there. I think and I'm really knocking him because of just his shooting. And I could tell they were all short. They're just all short, which usually means his legs feel like jello.
Yeah, he's
Um
tired, man.
he's tired. But what I was happy with him is that he was able to really still bend the defense. Like I've never seen a defense try to play Cade like that. Either Kenny Atkinson's on drugs or I just don't know. I don't know what they were doing. They were desperate. Game one of the playoffs. Like I just never seen that before. But that's so much respect to Cade, right? And I think that's the aura that he's developing now. Even with head coaches, they're looking at him like, if we don't shut this guy down, if we don't do everything possible, then the team's gonna explode. But the problem is now they did kind of shut him down offensively. They gave him the shots that I'm not gonna lie, Tyson actually did defend him really well.
He did
Um,
great.
he
Great.
defend, bro. I saw Cade like taking some tough fadeaways, and I'm like, that's the only person being defended well is actually Cade. Everyone else had wide open lanes. Like Danis had some like real estate and would kick it back out. And I'm like, dude, you had a wide open shot. But they were like deferring to Cade, and then the whole defense was against Cade, double teaming, triple teaming, double team off a hedge. And so I just think there's better games that I'm gonna see from Cade. So I can't give him an A.
I respect it. I respect it.
But our next guy, Duncan Robinson, I give him the belt, bro.
Hey, I do too, man. And I was gonna say, I don't know if you think I'm crazy, but I think he gets an A, man. Um, the guy hooped 19 points, 5 for 8 from three. I don't know what his full field goal scoring was. I think he was like
Almost
what
75%. He was 7 for 12.
he was killing, bro. He was killing it. Not only that, but something that the stat sheet's not gonna show. For Duncan Robinson being known as not the greatest defender on our team, hey, he had Donovan Mitchell locked up.
Yep.
Um, no matter where he was going, he had him locked up, and if he got down, he made sure that somebody was there to help him to get kind of get Donovan Mitchell to stop from the paint. So, A for Duncan Robinson.
I'm gonna give him an A too, and I would even boost it a little bit for one reason. The dude was moving without the ball like prime Rip Hamilton.
He was.
Dude,
I was impressed, man.
they were chasing him around screens, and you would see Max Strus hit a three, and then Duncan Robinson will come off a screen, pass it, come back off a screen, pass it, go around, come back on the other side of the court, hit a three, and I'm just like, am I watching the 3 point Rip Hamilton? Like that's kind of what I saw today, and I've been asking for it. I think I actually asked exactly for that in the last couple lives. So kudos because if Cade has that type of movement to work with, now we're really talking about creating spacing. Now Cade can snake in off that movement. The defense is shifting. When we meet Wemby, whatever you want to call him, when we met Wemby in the finals, maybe this year, next year, I still think it's OKC. But when we meet him in the finals, eventually, that's how you beat a Wemby. You need shooters that move, ball movement, because Wemby can't just sit in the paint. He just can't do that. And if he does, it's going to be a 3 second violation. So move him around, get the guys going, make shots, and I think you beat every team with the defense that this team has. So Duncan Robinson, I want to give you
Shout
an
out
A
you.
plus, man.
Shout out you, Duncan Robinson. Love the game.
How about our man Ron Holland?
Hey, Ron gave us 10 points. I mean, yeah, 10 points. Or no, sorry, 10 minutes, 6 points. Um, I'll give Ron a B minus. He came out for a first game coming into the playoffs. I think you did really good. B minus is not a bad score. It's a really good score. Once we see some more minutes from you, I know that things are gonna go up. So keep killing it, bro.
Yeah, I think the only thing about Ron Holland I'll have to say is he came out looking a little bit nervous to lose his minutes. Like
Yeah.
I could just tell until he hit
Okay.
that half court shot. And then or not half court shot, the shot before the third, or was it before
But it
half?
was it was almost a half court shot. You know how I knew he got his confidence back? He hit the hand on the face with the 3-point shot right there. I
Yep.
knew he was back. I knew he got him back.
Because then he shot another three at the top of the key and he missed it. But the crowd was just like, you hear the ooh, and then it's like, we were kind of disappointed it missed. But the whole point is shoot the threes, bro. Shoot the
Be
threes.
you. Play what you play. Play your
Yeah.
basketball.
Don't be worried. Danis went 5 for 13, 0 for 3. I still love the guy. It's
Yeah, they
okay.
were giving him love.
So I think Ron Holland needs to learn from someone like Danis with his and Ron Holland never used to be like that. And I think JB strategically is trying to scale him back to show him like do what you're good at, and then
This is
when
what
you
we
are
need from you.
just what exactly do what you need to do to be complementary to the team. We know you can go in and get that and one. He did that a couple times. We know you can hit a corner three. If you get the top of the key open, go ahead and shoot it. If you're scared, dribble it in and take a shot. But I hate how he just looks for the pass right away. Or, he kind of, I don't want to see fear in his eyes. I don't want to see fear in his eyes. So I'm glad he got his confidence back there later on in the game. I'm gonna give him a, I'm gonna give him a B. Give him a B in those 10
Great
minutes.
score.
Yeah. Um, our boy Levert.
Man, I hate Levert, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you one stat. It was 9 minutes in plus 13.
I know it's kind of crazy. It's crazy, but I mean, we'll take it. At least he didn't play bad basketball. That's all I care about. As long as you're not turning over the ball, and you do your part, you're kind of a defensive threat. That's okay, man. We'll take those 9 minutes from you and
I
what you
think
gave us.
I think you said it, bro. He played for Cleveland before. Actually, the Cleveland fans were like, "Y'all have Levert? Oh man, oh he used to be on our team." And I was like, "Man, there's a lot of guys that used to be on your team that y'all got rid of." And
B-ball Paul was one of them, wasn't it? Am I wrong?
I don't remember exactly his history, but I know Levert was, and then he went to the Nets, I believe, and then he came to us or something like that. Um, but I saw that he knew their defense, like or he knew their offense. He was reading it. You know what I'm saying? And so that plus 13 doesn't surprise me. He didn't. He only shot one shot. He got a couple rebounds. The rest of his stat sheet is zeros, but he was part of that big run. So shout out Levert. I'm gonna give you a C. I don't. I think the C is good enough to like because you played good defense. I'll give you a C plus because I did see you play good defense. And I know that you're not asked to do what you were kind of brought here to do. Maybe you're saving it for later on, and I'm okay with that.
We want that 40-point game out of you, man.
Listen, a game 7 in the finals, Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. Karis LeVert in there with Cade. We go small. We put in Duncan. We put in Tobias. at the center guarding Cat because he can. I'm just saying that that lineup. Then he goes and blows them out for 40 points. In a quick spurt. Let's make it happen. We'll speak
I
it into
agree.
existence, bro.
I agree, man. I agree.
Javante Green had another shot like Ron Holland. What kind of that was huge, by the way. Uh, but what grade are you giving Javante? Even though he only played
Um,
3 minutes.
man, I mean, it's too little to say. I mean, this thing, man, gave us 3 points, 3 minutes. I mean, how could you not give the guy at least a B plus? He just showed up. It was quick. It was a quick 3 minutes. Can't really grade him.
Yeah, I'm giving him a B. You know,
Yeah,
he hit that shot, got the crowd going. I think we buried him at that point in the first quarter. Kind of, they were shaking. That's what we needed to do this game. Um, our boy Danis.
Danis, man, good game. I give him a B minus though. I think he could do a lot better. I would say he's playing a lot better overall. That dunk was huge towards the end, but I'm looking for better minutes from DJ.
Definitely. And lastly, Isaiah, beef stew.
Man, Big Stu, listen, man. Love you. D plus. That's all I gotta say. Just come show out for us in the next game. I don't really want to get too in depth in it. You kind of know what you got to do. We all know what you got to do. Come back, show out. Be the guy that should be on the all defensive team.
I'm gonna be a little nicer to him. I'll give him a C.
Okay.
6 points, 13 minutes. Didn't miss a shot. Had a couple rebounds, an assist. He was part of that bad run, but I don't only blame him. Um, I'll give him a C. I didn't see enough from him. I think if he would have had another stint in that game, we would have saw a little more tenacity. But let him get some rest, man. He played a lot that first series. He's got bad knees. Like it's sad to say, but I think he's gonna be a bench player for the rest of his career. To be honest, but if that's who we're bringing off the bench,
I'll
uh,
take
you
it.
know, I'll take it all day.
I'll take it.
Um, Now, any last observations about this first game?
Um, we kind of hit it on the money overall, man. I would really like to see the Pistons hold on to a lead. Feel like we've been struggling. We struggle with that a lot. Like we'll go up 18 points, for instance, and then we'll see a tie game at some point. I don't want to see that. I want to see you guys just keep a lead, hold it, and keep building momentum on top of it. Stop in like 2 minutes giving up like 12 points off rip and then calling the timeout and then come back and play how you were normally playing. If we could cut that out, I think we're a golden team, man.
Okay, I agree. I agree. Um, with that said, what do we got to do next game?
Next game. Next game, we got to build on this momentum. A win's a win. One win does not mean anything. That doesn't do anything for us, but get us one win away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, like my man Kobe said, like my man Jamal Mosley told the whole entire Magic team, the job's not finished, and the job didn't finish for them. But yeah, job's not done, man. Just keep showing out, keep showing up what you guys do on a daily basis, but go more intense. We're coming to the final stretch of the playoffs here, and if you guys can beat out the Cavs 4-0, 4-1, maybe you can get a little bit of rest before the next Eastern Conference Finals and really come and show what you got.
Who's the key players moving forward, specifically for game two? I mean,
Everybody.
we're coming off a win, so it's kind of like do what you did today, but just better. But like, who's your keys? Give me three guys that have to show up.
Of course, and I've said it a couple times already, but Jalen Duren, man, we need you. Keep showing out. If you can, drop those 25 points for us, man. We need if you can really do that, that'll shift everything for us. Um, I would say beef stew. So our big men, we really need them against Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So beef stew. And then third, I would definitely say Duncan Robinson. Keep it up, man. If you can just give us more games like the one you had today, I think you are a big success and an awesome signing to the Detroit Pistons. So come out here and come show out for us, man.
Yeah, man, I think you hit it on the money. I think our others need to play their roles. I think sadly Duren is sliding into the others category for me, which is not bad. I think for the future of the Detroit Pistons, I don't want to pay him like a max player.
He doesn't right now. he's not looking like he deserves it. I think he can really get it back though if he shows out for the rest of the playoffs and we go far or win it all. But right now it's not looking too good for
And honestly, like I said, I don't want to pay him that much, man. Like even for the future of the Pistons, I don't want to pay him that much. I think it's a blessing in disguise. That he's falling into the kind of role that the team needs him to be. Give me 15 and 12 all day. Give me 10
him.
and
Hey,
10 and 17 all day.
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Just be the big defensive presence. Make a difference for our team.
You know, yeah, and I like your high efficiency. All season you've been a 70% shooter. You know, focus on that. I like the elbow shot he had on Mobley today. Like that little elbow.
Yeah,
Work
well,
on that. Work on that. Maybe we'll talk max money later. But like right now, you don't really got that in your bag like you should until you become that Kevin Garnett consistent player from the elbow up until that 3 point line. You know, forget that max money. I'm sorry. We gotta be able to build the roster correctly.
absolutely.
Now I think the others, like I said, fall into their roles, and I think the big three, our big three, are Cade, Duncan, and Tobias. I think that's how what we've seen these playoffs, and I don't know if anyone is gonna see any different moving forward. That's who we need to be consistent. I mean, it's our superstars and our vets. It's not something crazy we're saying here. I need Duncan to hit those threes. And move the defense. I need Tobias to put the pressure on the rim. And I need Cade to be Cade. Like I don't even gotta go into him anymore. You know, you have a video up there, short Cade
Yeah,
doing Cade things. I think like you look in the you know, the dictionary, and you look under Cade, and the definition is Cade because it's just he's him. It's really hard
that's
to
a great
define.
take. I like that.
You know, there's no other way I can define him other than Cade. He is him, and so um, I think we need those three people to really be consistent this series, and then our others just need to be able to, whether it's Javante hitting those threes and shutting down guys on the perimeter, blocking those shots. Asar also is not. I still wouldn't consider him one of our big threes, but defensively, he's our defensive anchor. Stu is our defensive anchor off the bench. Um, That's what we need, man. This is Detroit basketball. I finally see, our identity in the playoffs has revealed itself. That's what I mean by they cracked the code.
And I love it. It's a great identity.
I love it, man. I really do too. So, last thing I wanted to say because we talked about what's your prediction for next game? Give me a score.
Man, who score? I can see it being a little more close, a little more nail biting coming into that game. I'd say 107, 104 Pistons win, and we go to Cleveland up 2-0.
Okay, I think we blow them out the water.
Hey, and if I hope you prove me wrong.
I hope I prove you wrong too. I I think Cleveland's a horrible road team. Um, we've seen it today, and I think that the Pistons are a really good home team. And I just don't see us backing down from this or regressing. I see us actually getting better and better. Um, I think it's a 25-point win. I think our offense clicks next game. We score 120 points, and we hold them to 95 to 100 points.
Yeah, if we could do that, man, I'm doing a backflip. We'll do my first backflip on live stream.
I told everyone there I'm drinking the Detroit Kool Aid.
There you go, bro.
And
Drink it. Drink it.
listen, I don't think it's gonna be a nail biter this time. But also, we look at the other games that happened today. Any surprises to you? And then yesterday too.
Man, the huge surprise was the one we were talking about yesterday, right after it happened, was the Minnesota Timberwolves winning out against the San Antonio Spurs with Ant-Man coming back. He didn't even really have like a crazy game. I mean, I think he dropped like 17 or 18 off the top of my head. Wemby stinking it up with an 11 point. That goes to show you he's still young. So it's possible that he might not even make it to the Western Conference if Minnesota plays out like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
How's Minnesota doing it, bro?
Hey, Minnesota is great, man. They got some shooters. They got Io. They got Jaden McDaniels. man, as much as I hate this big guy, bro, Rudy Gobert. Um, obviously Ant Man. You know, they got a nice vet, which I think Mike Conley. I think that's a really good vet for that whole team, and he's seen playoff basketball, so that's a good person to have on their side.
Yeah, they're giving me Memphis Grizzlies vibes. They really are like that tough, gritty team that can. They got some
Come on
nice.
with Zebo, Memphis Grizzlies days.
Yeah, but they have Ant and they have McDaniel's who can light up the scoring sheet a little bit, and so they may be. But they give me that like I don't know how they're good, but they're consistent and they're
They're
good.
good. I'll
Yeah,
take it.
yeah, man. How about New York? Any surprises there?
No, no. I see New York winning it out. I think 76ers might take two of them from them, but overall, I do see New York winning it out. I mean, I'm not, but the Sixers are good. You
Did
never
you
know.
watch? Did you watch the game?
It was a blowout, man. I ended up turning it off after a while.
I just saw a bunch of flopping by New York, and then a bunch of flopping
Per
by
usual.
Embiid, and I was just like, man, I gotta play one of these Hollywood teams. Like,
Jalen Brunson loves to do the, he's about to break his neck look, like, lift it up.
yeah, man. I was like, Donovan Mitchell gave us a little bit of that, so he's giving us a little practice. Him and Harden. So, but no, I just wanted to see your take there because I wasn't really surprised. I think the Spurs are overrated, and
I do too, yeah.
the Timberwolves are underrated.
I do too. I agree with you. Yeah.
And I think that the Sixers look really good on paper.
I agree, but they also need a healthy Joel Embiid. Obviously didn't play game one, and that kind of shows you how big of a difference that is. But once they have Joel Embiid in their full force, I'm hoping it's this next game. I think they'll be all right. I
Nah,
think we
man.
can at least take it far.
Yeah. And guys, remember, if you guys have any like worries about the Cavs, Indiana beat them. I mean, we're better than that. I truly believe we are. We're a better team than Indiana last year. I think we're gonna go all the way. Honestly, again, drinking the Kool Aid. But after we learned from that round one series, um, man, the sky's the limit. Sky's the
Sky's
limit.
the limit. Yes, sir.
All right, main event. You go get some shut eye. Um,
Oh yeah, man, big game. We were, kind of yelled our hearts out. I know we're both a little bit tired. We'll be back though tomorrow, right, Guru? We got some topics we're gonna discuss.
yeah, we'll go more into a breakdown about game two. And we'll really break down the stats of what we saw from game one. So we'll have a nice little show up. Maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. You know what this is, cause the ball don't lie
Ever.
ever. All we do is speak the truth, nothing but the truth and the whole truth. And we'll see y'all later. Peace
Love you
out.
guys.
Detroit versus everybody.
Yes, sir.